On this episode of O'Fallon Matters, find out why O'Fallon is one of the best places to live in the country, see how our snow fighters are training for severe winter weather events, and get an update on city street projects. All this and more on O'Fallon Matters. Welcome to this episode of O'Fallon Matters. The sound of cars traveling by can now be heard on Phase 3 of the Route 364 Extension Project. Now let's get all the highlights from the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Phase 3 of the Route 364 page project is now completed. And not too long ago, state and local officials gathered to celebrate one of the most ambitious road projects in the history of St. Charles County.
This is a ribbon cutting to open the project, but it's the closing of the last chapter of the history of the Boone Slick Trail. And by opening this, what we're going to achieve here is everybody living in the Page corridor is going to be within a 45-minute commute of 75% of the jobs in the St. Louis region.
Once the ceremony wrapped up, officials gathered to cut the ribbon on Missouri's new state-of-the-art highway. Route 364 Phase 3 was a design and build contract, which was awarded to the team of Millstone Weber and Kolb Grading, with Parsons as the lead designer.
Well, what this project is part of it's about a 19 to 20 mile stretch from 270 to 4061 I-64. So this completes that stretch of highway where you have the interstate to interstate connector. It's just a really great day, and I think it's going to be hugely beneficial to the tax-paying traveling public. Mobility, safety, breaks down the congestion on I-70, I-64, and on Missouri Route K.
This enormous infrastructure project required years upon years of planning. The $118 million project was funded through a partnership with the Federal Highway Administration, MoDOT, St. Charles County, and local municipalities.
The amazing thing is that for a project like this, it was over $100 million. To get about $57 million from local support is unheard of, and really to get that much support from the St. Charles County and basically all the cities, municipalities within St. Charles County to contribute to such a project, because it's important to the county as a whole. And so getting those contributions was just an amazing effort and cooperation.
Route 364 Phase 3 will ultimately ease traffic for St. Charles County residents, and its impact will have a far-reaching effect right here in the city of O'Fallon.
This just means immense, just everything to the city of O'Fallon. I mean, it's going to relieve traffic off of Highway K, off of Bryan Road. To me, it's going to allow people to come from Darden Prairie and from Cotterville to get to O'Fallon and do their shopping in O'Fallon.
Thanks to all the individuals and planners who worked tirelessly over the decades so that the residents of St. Charles County can move about with greater ease for generations to come.
You've always known that O'Fallon is one of the best places to live in America. Now the whole country knows. OFallonTV's Brett Figgis is here to give us an update on the latest honors and accolades O'Fallon has earned.
From our beautiful parks to our amazing festivals, O'Fallon is a big city with a bright future, and our residents have come to expect excellence from their community. In fact, O'Fallon has earned national recognition for our economic growth, our safe neighborhoods, and the incredible quality of life shared by all of our citizens. Take a drive down our busy streets and you'll see a city booming with opportunity. New neighborhoods are sprouting up around important businesses, and workers in O'Fallon can attest to the rapidly expanding commercial sector. It's this growth that led to O'Fallon being named one of the country's fastest growing cities by WalletHub.com. Analyzed by 10 key metrics, from population growth to unemployment rate, O'Fallon ranked highly across the board, even placing second in the highest job growth category. This extensive ranking compared 516 cities, and O'Fallon was the only Midwestern city included on the list.
I think it's just wonderful. It's such a plus for the residents here. You know, everybody who lives here just says they love O'Fallon. Well, guess what? Now the rest of the country's recognized that, and it just shows what a great community we have here. And it's a huge honor, and I think it definitely kind of resonates against other types of things we're trying to do and accomplish. It's a plus.
So how do you top being named as one of America's fastest growing cities? If you're O'Fallon, the answer is easy. You just get named as one of America's best places to live for the 5th consecutive time by Money Magazine. When you look at national statistics on a variety of topics, like purchasing power, housing prices, education, and public safety, one trend becomes abundantly clear. O'Fallon is the best city in the state of Missouri and the 41st best city in the entire country. In naming O'Fallon as one of the best places to live in America, Money Magazine paid special attention to the international companies headquartered here, our extensive park system, and the overall sense of community that extends throughout O'Fallon.
We have our school system, we have our Chamber of Commerce, we have our businesses. Everybody, to me, works together. Our city staff is great, our elected officials are great. Everybody working together makes O'Fallon a great place and wants people to come in, and they want to come in and live in a great city that, you know, looks after them and looks after everybody else. So.
WalletHub.com and Money Magazine have both recognized our incredible economic opportunities. But these aren't just numbers and statistics. These represent real job growth for our citizens, and it's helping our city's veterans as well. That's why the city of O'Fallon was named the AmVets National Employer of the Year, beating out every governmental entity in the country for this top honor. AmVets is one of the largest congressionally chartered veteran service organizations in the United States, and this award recognizes O'Fallon's efforts in hiring veterans.
Well, it shows the veterans that we care about them, and those of us that work really hard in this community to show that we know the position of the city of O'Fallon. But something like this really shows the veterans of this community how special they are to us.
These honors and accolades don't happen by accident. This stream of national recognition is a testament to our residents, our businesses, our elected officials, and our city staff. Everyone in O'Fallon has helped make our city the best in the state of Missouri, and it's set a standard of excellence that we intend to maintain for future generations.
These awards kind of say it for me, in that, you know, we are a great place to live, do business. We are a great place to have recreation and quality of life, and that's what makes it so rewarding to be the city administrator here, so I'm very pleased.
This organization has recently made the lives of 2,000 local families a little brighter. Joe Meyer has a story of No Hunger Holiday.
Words can't describe what No Hunger Holiday means to our community. And over the years, founder Frank Connard and his group of generous volunteers have given less fortunate families something to smile about during Thanksgiving.
Well, we can honestly say there is no hunger for one day in St. Charles County and Lincoln and Pike and Warren and Montgomery counties as well. And this year we're taking care of 2,400 families, or about 11,000 people. And they'll get a complete box with everything they need for Thanksgiving dinner today, on Tuesday, so they can have Thanksgiving dinner in their own home with their own family on Thursday.
No Hunger Holiday asks folks to donate certain foods that contribute to a hearty meal on Thanksgiving.
We have about a 10-item menu. Our emphasis for donations are frozen turkeys, 10 to 12 pounds each. This is the optimum size we found over the years for people and families in need.
And we're talking about amazing numbers, like we had 25,000 pounds of turkey, 15,000 pounds of potatoes. You know, the numbers are just staggering.
Residents in surrounding communities have been struggling to put food on the table for the holidays, and they desperately need help.
The need is great. The need has been there for a long time, and especially since 2008 with the economy, the bubble blowing up, there has been a dramatic increase on a yearly basis on a number of families that need help. And one of the things that they need is food.
Gathering all the donations and boxing them up requires the help of hundreds of volunteers. Turkeys are being passed around, green bean pallets are being carted off, and potatoes seem to be everywhere.
It may strike you as chaos, and sometimes it is.
We all have a good time. We separate all these boxes. We get all these people fed for the holiday.
It is just so chaotic, but it's that really good buzz chaotic, you know, and it's so good to know that we are doing something to the community. And the way that this program works, it allows those families to stay in their own homes and have that meal.
These volunteers have a passion for helping their fellow citizens, and that's what makes No Hunger Holiday such a success.
We have no lists of volunteers. We don't call anybody and remind them. They just know it's this Tuesday and they show up. And we fill all the boxes, and by noon all the boxes will be filled. All the agencies come to do a bulk pickup, and when they come we supply them with what they need for their people, and they take and make the final distribution at their local site, which makes it easier on recipients. So by 3 o'clock we're done here. It all happens in one day.
In the end, No Hunger Holiday will continue its mission to eradicate hunger in our communities. And no matter what happens, we can be thankful to say that for one day a year, hunger takes no holiday.
It's time for a break. When we come back, we'll check in with City Engineer Wade Montgomery to get an update on city road projects. Then we'll head over to a local hardware store who is creating smiles for the holiday season. Stay with us. You're watching O'Fallon Matters. Welcome back to O'Fallon Matters. Now let's see how our snow fighters are preparing to take on Old Man Winter.
The City of O'Fallon snow removal crews recently got together for training in preparation for winter weather events.
We go through the routes, the new policy. If there's anything new with the policy, any new accepted streets, we're going over that today. New equipment, we're going through new equipment. Get all the snow fighters into new equipment so they know how to operate it.
Snow fighters can be called out to cover 12-hour shifts during a major weather event. And it's vital that each employee understands policy and procedure when it comes to plowing snow.
It's very involved. Starts with putting all of the equipment together. We put every truck we have together, right around 40 vehicles, putting the plow and spreader on. We have to do that a month in advance just to check everything out, make sure our equipment is in proper working order. So we have to stay on top of every aspect of everything we do to make sure we've got the most effective product hitting the streets, the most effective equipment, delivering that product, and then making sure the drivers that are operating the vehicles are safe, knowledgeable, and efficient at what they're doing.
Main thing that hurt us last winter was during the snow events. After we had a snow event, it got blistering cold. Most of the snow packed to the street, made it really difficult. So we're trying to get an edge on that by educating our people that help us out on how to do it properly to get us ahead of the game plan so we don't have to fight as long on getting the snows clear for the residents.
After hours of detailed snow training, the snow fighters met up for an old-fashioned chili cook-off.
It's important for camaraderie and that people get together and have a good time. And this is something, hopefully the other guys here from the Public Works Department get together, share some good food, and nothing brings people together like good food does. So.
Keep in mind that the City of O'Fallon is responsible for cleaning most streets within O'Fallon city limits, but not all. To keep local traffic moving, the city clears major thoroughfares first, and then they work on cleaning residential areas. MoDOT is responsible for clearing the following state and federal roads: I-70, Highway K and 79 DD, and the South Outer Road. O'Fallon snow fighters have some advice for O'Fallon residents during snow emergencies.
Residents help us out a lot by not parking in the streets and removing their vehicles from there, because it gives us a lot easier path to travel to get the streets open and if you don't need to be out in it, don't get out in it, because that leaves us a lot of room and lets us get around a lot quicker.
I mean, there's been several times they're just going way too fast and you see them go off the road, and they just need to slow down. They need to stay behind us and not try to pass us. So they do that all the time. And it's real dangerous. You just can't stop any of these vehicles on a dime with the plow truck.
Don't forget that you can go to www.o'fallon.mo.us for up-to-date snow emergency information.
O'Fallon's infrastructure is always expanding and improving. Let's look back what our project management team has accomplished in 2014 and look ahead to 2015.
Improving O'Fallon streets is an ongoing process, as we're always adding features, reconstructing roadways, and making your daily commute easier. We met up with O'Fallon's city engineer to talk about what our project management team has done in 2014 and what's still ahead in 2015.
Hello, my name is Wade Montgomery. I'm the city engineer for the city of O'Fallon. Glad to be here today and to talk to you about all of our projects. A quick recap maybe of some of the projects and accomplishments in 2014, and then some of our upcoming projects for 2015. One of the projects is the Lane Drive. It's currently under construction from West Terre up to the railroad tracks. It's about a $2 million project, which involves widening that roadway, reconstructing it, adding a sidewalk on the east side, stormwater improvements. So they'll take a break in the wintertime, open the roadway back up, and then come the spring they'll hit it again with the actual roadway work, as well as adding that sidewalk along St. Dominic. So that'll be a real good addition to that school, and all the pedestrians that walk back and forth between the school and the ball fields and all the facilities out there. So another project that we're wrapping up are the enhancements to the Page project. Part of it, our council budgeted around $600,000 for us to put in enhancements at the bridge at Route K as well as at Bryan Road. So the time to do them was now, as part of the construction, to go back and try to retrofit bridges and things of that nature just wouldn't be cost effective. So we're able to work with them, get those included, items such as our decorative lighting, decorative railing, painting of a lot of the features black, such as our signals and things of that nature. The columns that are made to look like the stones, getting those stained as part of the project. So the decorative little panels in the retaining wall. So if you've driven by out there, you've noticed them. They look really nice, and it's been a great project. It's been really fun to work with MoDOT and do something that's a little outside of our normal roadway project. And then one other quick project, Civic Park from basically from Main Street over to Woodlawn, and then Woodlawn from West Terra up to Civic Park. We're going to resurface that roadway. We're going to add a sidewalk again on the east side of Woodlawn, and then paint that bridge that's pretty rusted and in need of a paint job. So we're looking forward to that project, and that'll get going in the spring of 2015.
These projects represent a serious investment in O'Fallon's infrastructure, and we're already looking forward to more projects next year.
In 2015, we've got a lot of great projects coming up. Obviously, this year, 2014, was busy, but next year is even going to be more crazy, I guess. Besides all the projects that are currently occurring and that will move into next year, such as the Elaine Drive and the Woodlawn and Civic resurfacing, one of our new projects that we'll start design on is Wabash. Basically from Sondra and over to Edlin, or just a little bit even to the east. That roadway's in really a bad condition. It needs something to occur. So we're going to be reconstructing that roadway as well as the bridge there. There's a box culvert / bridge that we're going to be reconstructing. We're going to add a sidewalk as well. That'll be a nice project. We'll start design next year, then acquire right-of-way easements and move into construction over the next couple years after that. So wrapping up other projects. Every year we do annual projects, replace a lot of slabs, crack seal our streets. Next year is no exception, but in fact we're really increasing our efforts. Typically, for the last several years, the street department has done about $1 million worth of slab repairs, and then we contract out about $1 million. Well, next year we're going to bump that up to $2 million as far as what we contract out. In addition to that, we receive grant fundings in the amount of $1 million that we're also going to replace a lot of slabs on more of our major roadways. So, in addition to that, we're going to add in about $500,000 in asphalt resurfacing projects. There's a big increase from what we did in 2014 to what we'll be doing in 2015 for annual projects. We're really excited. I know a lot of residents are always calling in and been concerned about, the condition of their streets. So we're going to be really jumping on a lot of streets next year. You'll probably see a lot of cones out there, a lot of little one-way roads you have to kind of yield to other pedestrians or motorists, I should say. And again, we just ask for your patience during that time. Be patient with us. If you have a concern, give us a call, and we'll certainly get out there and see what the issue is and try to get that addressed. So,
if you'd like more information about projects underway throughout the city, you can visit our project management page on the city's website at www.o'fallon.mo.us. It's the easiest way to learn about scheduled maintenance and upcoming projects. Remember to slow down and drive safely through construction zones, and we'll make sure O'Fallon's roads remain in great condition.
Are you in the mood for a unique, entertaining holiday experience? You may want to check out this local hardware store's model train display.
There's a small business located in the heart of O'Fallon that puts on a magical holiday train display that brings a twinkle to the eyes of area residents. Jailing Hardware is owned and operated by the Ermelin family. The Jailing train display started over 30 years ago with a simple tree and a small train. And over the years, the holiday train display has grown into a must-see family attraction.
This year, like alone, we've got 9 different themes. From Candyland to the Lawn Ranger to Snoopy, Charlie Brown theme to It's a Wonderful Life. Disney, exactly. You can tell which one he likes, the Disney, We usually change them up every year, put a different theme. We try to have different themes for different ages. The kids come in, they see Charlie Brown, they like it, they like the Candyland thing. The older clientele will like, Wonderful Life and stuff like that. So we mix it up.
Jailing's traditional presentation will thrill anyone who gets a chance to witness the magic of a holiday model train display in action.
You even see the older generation that are bringing the kids in, and they're lighting up. They remember what they did when they were kids, how they grew up, and they seen trains or just family, just putting families together.
This is exceptionally nice, very well done. No doubt a tremendous lot of time and effort and energy goes into getting it ready. And would encourage everybody to come out and take a look at it because it's special.
Every year we just notice it keeps getting bigger and bigger, and they're always adding more trains and different types of trains, and they always just have cool things that you can find in and around St. Louis.
Ron, Steve, and Bob are the brains behind the operation, and it takes months of prep to put together a train display of this magnitude.
It's basically all the work is involved for the kids. Just to see the smile on their face, it makes everything worth it right there. It's kind of a Christmas tradition for us and for hopefully the other people that come in and enjoy it also.
It takes a long time to set up, it's a lot of work, but at the end it's all fun and games.
The best part about the train display is that it's free for anyone.
We like to give back to the community that helps support us all year long. That's the reason why we do what we do. But yes, we'll have little train rides. We got a James, kind of like a James engine that comes out, and you can ride as many times as you want. Doesn't cost anything, and they all get a kick out of it. And of course, then we got all the free goodies, cotton candy, popcorn, and all that stuff that goes with it also. It's all free, it's all fun. They have a good time.
If you get a chance this holiday season, check out Jailing Hardware's Christmas train display, and don't forget that they also offer other fun holiday activities. The train display is open to the public on Fridays from 5:30 to 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 12 to 5 p.m.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you have a good story idea, let us know. You can email us at OFallonTV@o'fallon.mo.us. Please remember to give back to your community because O'Fallon matters to all of us.